Hi, good morning everyone. We talked about being successful in the last conversation that we had in an exchange. We talked about holding on to 3 P's, remember? Purity, perseverance, and patience. How did this success come now? Okay, everybody likes to be successful. I'm sold. Alright, I'm going to start establishing. But we have to understand and then become aware. Just become aware of purity. And once I hold the purity, I have to persevere and I have to be patient. Now, how do we do this? Now, generally speaking, we in the world around today look at it, success is primarily material. Existence of a perfect relationship, my dream partner, soulmate. But how to create, how to do that? Having abundance of money, no shortage. Whenever I give, I know it will come. Like I have a king as the father, or I have a huge water tank right on top, which has got maybe something like 2 million liters of water. And when I finish my little tank, I know there is another one is coming in. Just like that for the money, or for the peace, for the happiness, for the joy, for good health. But look how we are suffering away. We are always wanting something. So to utilize the ancient 1,000 years old of the Vedanta in our day-to-day men and women of our life, children, adults, old people, everybody can. Try and understand, look at it this way, the world around us is gross material. Whether it is the galaxies, the nebulae, the stars, the solar system, the rainforest, the ocean, this beautiful land, the countries, the money, good health, everything comes from the same source for creation. And it is based on purity. So notice in India, 2,000 years ago, Ashoka came out with Satyameva Jayate, truth shall always win. This purity and the truth is more or less in every other country is talking about. You love to have a partner, a friend, a son, an employee, a colleague who are truthful. You and I need to establish that. Now, how is it connected with all this? All these, the stars, the nebulae, the solar system, the worm, the dolphin, you and me, they all come from something which is non-material. Material is coming from non-material. The sthula padartha, the gross material, comes from sukshma. Finite is coming from infinite. How does it happen? Let's understand. Let's say whether it's $1,000 note, 1,000 rupee note, or this computer, or the car, Mercedes, BMW, or a Maruti, or yours and my body, men and women of any countries. You break it down. It comes to molecules or cell. Break it down further. It comes to atoms. Break it down further. It comes to electron, proton, or neutrons. Further, it comes subatomic particle, meson, boson, lepton, cryon. This is going into quantum theory, and it is breaking it down, the gross material, to finer and finer. It comes to eventually call information and energy. Energy is always there. You know about it. We all know energy cannot be destroyed, cannot be created. It can change one form to the other. Why don't we utilize this information? Vedanta is telling us how to. What is the other one? Is information. What is information? Understand where the stars, the nebulae, the galaxy, the solar system, the rainforest, that little worm or you and me got created is from that information called thoughts. Thoughts are also created from the same source. Now you and I need to do what? Remember, plant the seed. If I plant an apple seed, if the soil is well prepared and it is manured and sunlight and water is there, how can the apple seed will not blossom? And notice, apple seed will only produce apple. Now, good apple or bad apple, healthy apple or not healthy apple, healthy you and me or not healthy you and me, would depend on the thought, the intention. What is our intention? Have you realized the moment we sit still, thousands of negative thoughts are coming into our head. So how do you purify it? Get back to our earlier session. Purity, truth, perseverance, purushakar, and patience. You know it will happen. It's going to happen. You know, I recollect when I was in the school, 5th grade, teacher came down and said, "Okay, children, tell us who's going to become what." So we all came up with theory. I wanted to be a forest officer because I loved animals. And I loved shooting. And I said, I'm going to be a forest officer. And it went from everyone, and eventually it came down. Last person was the person next to me. His name was Rishi Chandra. Rishi Chandra stood up and said, "Sir, I'm going to be a fighter pilot." I looked at him, I said, "What is a fighter pilot?" I knew nothing about fighter flying or plane or flying or sky. And he explained it. It sounded very exciting. Notice, you and I similarly are being attracted to things in our real life today. That looks nice. That gentleman, that lady looks nice. I'd love to have a relationship. I love to have that money. I love to go to that country. These are all information, thoughts, intentions. You know what? As Rishi Chandra sat down, I got up and I raised my hand and I said, "Sir, I changed mine. I'm going to become a fighter pilot." Everybody laughed. I kept trying to find out more and more and more. So what did I do? I paid attention to my intention, to my thoughts. And you know what? I became a great fighter pilot. Rishi Chandra did not. I met him just about 3 years ago, and he was saying he became an engineering diploma electrical line, and he became a corporation electrical officer. How did I become? This is what I wish to share with you. Apply that Vedanta, the supreme knowledge. Where is it? The basic intention today for you and I to understand, you and I have got disconnected from who we really are. We are very powerful. We have every possibility that we wish to. All we have to do is hold on to that sense of purity, hold on to that intention and thought, and be patient. No, if I persevere, it's going to happen. Plant the thought. Think about it. Intention about it. How can it not happen? It has to happen. So what are we getting disconnected from? We are disconnected from our consciousness. What is this consciousness? I shall touch upon it in my next session. But understand, unless you're conscious right now, it may be men, women, girl, boys, you cannot hear me, you cannot see me. If you were in coma or unconscious, you cannot experience what you're doing right now. You cannot experience the world around. What you do not realize, what we do not think, that we are unconscious about our consciousness. Plant that thought and the intention in the consciousness. That's the key. And the moment you do that, you have started your future. So in the Western world, they say, if you want to know what you're going to be 6 years from today, watch your thought today. More in my next talk. Thank you.